Let's bring big boobs back.
Did you know that a new season of Love is Blind started? Allegedly.
I sent a text about that person to that person.
Allegedly. And then I would get so bloated and just fart all day long.
Allegedly.
He said she is an absolute
Oh, she used the C word.
allegedly.
You're staring at my tits? We die. Call 1-800-DIDDY.
All right, well, happy Monday, because you're listening to this possibly on a Monday because we release on Mondays. But hey, Meko.
Hey, Katie.
How are you?
Good. How was your week? I want to hear all about concert day.
Oh my
Katie
gosh.
went to an all-day musical
Extravaganza.
It was like your dream day.
Well, it was my dream day. So I had gotten 21 Pilot tickets for Kylie back in April when they like pre-released, because she was like, I have to go because she loves 21
Her favorite
Pilots.
band.
And as it was getting closer, Moulin Rouge was in Detroit, and I was like, well, I don't want to have to go to Detroit twice. So we woke up early, drove downtown, got there early because the Tigers have been on a run.
Oh, right.
So the Tigers game was sold out that day. So it was actually, we couldn't have planned it better. We left at 9, got there at 11, valeted the car. The room wasn't quite ready, but they're like, it will be ready soon. Like, we'll have a room for you. I'm like, great. So we just left our luggage there, went to brunch at San Morello in the Shinola Hotel.
Nice.
It was fabulous. And then right as brunch was ending, got the phone call, our room was ready. We were able to go in, regroup, went to the Detroit Opera House and saw Moulin Rouge.
How was it?
It was so good. It was so good. We were supposed to see that back in 2020 for spring break.
Right.
And so it was fabulous. And the guy that played Christian in Moulin Rouge was the spitting image sound physically of Aaron Trevay, something like that, who does it on Broadway, who is phenomenal. So I didn't really feel like I was missing out on anything, because it was like so good. It was so good. And then we went to Sexy Steak for dinner, new steakhouse in Detroit that really want to go to, and green velvet chairs everywhere like we have.
Yeah.
And then it made, and blush pink. So pink and green, my favorite.
Those are two of your new colors.
I know, because it's wicked themed. And I'm like, okay, our soundboards need to be painted dusty pink or something.
Something. Yeah.
Or maybe we do like the same like green velvet color and then have like blush pink flowers or something. But
we might need to get different pillows. Like signature pillows.
Yeah, these are like rando pillows from around the office.
I know, but I'm thinking we think about it and then we do like our own personalized pillow.
We can't. You want to know why?
Why?
I bought Kylie a Cricut 3 years ago. She was like, I want to make t-shirts.
Yeah.
Never touched it.
Oh, well,
okay.
We can bust it out.
Yeah, I busted it out a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, I am bound and determined to learn how to do this thing. Well, now there's some lady that has like a craft room like in her house and made YouTube videos that were like start to finish. She taught me how to use my Cricut.
So what are you doing? What are we're making glasses?
Oh
we're
yeah,
making
no,
t-shirts.
the glasses not quite there yet, but I could make us pillows.
Okay.
I can make us totes. I can make us sweatshirts.
Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Do it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then 21 Pilots concert, as I scrolled from 9 different things. The 21 Pilots concert was amazing. I am not someone who's going to sit in my car and listen to their music.
Yeah.
I know songs by default because of my kid, but it is 2 guys. That's it.
I know. I didn't know that. I always thought it was like a bunch of people.
No.
So they play all the instruments.
So the one guy's the drummer, does not sing.
Okay.
I think he like 2 songs, he like very monotoned, sing something. The other guy plays the ukulele, plays the bass, plays the guitar, plays the piano. I mean, some stuff is like pre-recorded.
Yeah. Does he do like the Ed Sheeran, like tapping on the little thing to get the other music going all at the same time?
And like the drummer guy goes from like playing his drum set to a drum set that's like they'll pop up randomly in the audience, like out of nowhere. And play the drum set over here. Play a drum set on plywood that kids are holding up in the air.
Okay, that would frighten me.
Oh my gosh, it's insane. And they go out in the crowd all the time. And I mean, it's a band of misfits that are there that love their music, but they all come together in a safe space at a 21 Pilots concert. But the energy was amazing in that room. So yes, if you know somebody and they say, come with me, or your kid's begging to go. Even if you don't like the music,
go.
It's so entertaining that you'll, yeah. It's so entertaining. I can't even believe it. Like, I feel like showman.
That was the same way with Imagine Dragons. Have you ever seen them in concert? They're awesome too. They put on in fact, they attract families, which I thought was kind of strange.
Are they the people that sing Thunder?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that lead singer's hot. He's ripped.
Oh, recently divorced. Ladies that are single. I don't know if he's available. I think I just read that somewhere. He's hot. You know what the best part about him is he doesn't wear a shirt the whole time.
I know, it's fabulous.
And he's just in track pants or shorts.
In Vans. Yeah. He shows up on my Instagram all the time.
He goes from Planet Fitness straight to the concert studio and just starts singing. He's awesome.
Yeah, no. Great. Oh, you're going to a concert here soon.
Oh, yeah. Justin Timberlake.
That's not even the one I was talking about. What? Oh, I guess are you doing that before the Eagles?
Oh, no, I'm going to the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yes.
At the Sphere.
At the Sphere in Vegas.
I'm so excited. Hear about that.
Yeah. So I'm hoping Randy doesn't get motion sickness. It's kind of like I saw just a tidbit of what you're going to experience. And it is kind of whirlwindy. It's
like a, oh crap, what's those theaters that you used to go into?
Oh, like an IMAX?
Like an IMAX theater.
But on crack.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, because I think I even sent you a video where they're singing Hotel California or something, and there's a girl.
Oh, everything's
underwater.
Moving in different counterclockwise, clockwise, and then they have also shows that you can see outside of whoever's performing.
Okay.
So when they don't have the set up, you can go in and see a show.
What if they play Wicked there? The Wicked movie.
I mean, there you go.
Oh, that would be amazing.
That'd be amazing.
Oh.
So, yeah, we're going to see the Eagles, and then we're going to see Justin Timberlake in Detroit. But we went and saw Rob Thomas.
Oh, yeah, you did.
And Gavin DeGraw.
Yeah.
At our local little place here.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. I forget how long Rob Thomas has been around.
Oh, I was in high school.
Matchbox 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Gavin DeGraw,
so cool.
love him.
Yeah, love him. Also questionable, does he actually have hair? Because I've never seen that man without a hat.
Yeah.
It's
probably thinning on top.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't care. I just want to know what's up here.
He always wears a
baseball hat or
something. Yeah.
Yeah. That was the question of the night.
Okay.
How much hair does Gavin have? Sounds great. You sound great, Gavin.
Yeah.
You sound wonderful.
Yeah.
And
I know.
It was a trip going to that concert because we took our friends Jody and John to Mount Pleasant, the casino, which is so fun. But just a scene,
Yeah.
Some of the people. A girl was all messed up, had to get escorted out. But God bless her. On our way out, she made it back in. She found her way back in.
Oh, she got escorted out of the concert?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Ugly tears, mascara running down her face. Somebody was dragging her out.
Was she trying to get backstage?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know what her situation was.
Okay.
But she got out. And then as we were leaving, she made it back in. Skipping, coming back in.
Oh, did you leave the concert early?
I mean, who do you think I go to the concert with?
Mr.
Randy Price.
It's like Murray Goldberg. We got to get out before traffic.
Traffic.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
So, we don't ever hit traffic.
There you go. There you go. Oh, but to miss a finale, I love a good finale.
I know. It depends on who it is.
Yeah.
If we're staying, we'll stay
No,
for
that's
a
different
finale.
than having to drive home.
Right.
For sure. So, did you know that a new season of Love is Blind started?
Yes. So I tried to start watching it last night and I fell asleep.
Okay.
But I think it's going to be good. It's in DC.
Is that where it's based at? So it's my new sauna blanket show. So I was in my sauna blanket this morning.
Did you start watching it?
Yeah, I couldn't finish it though because it was over an hour, and I can't do more than 60 minutes in the blanket. But interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't get past the opening credits, and I fell asleep. Not because it wasn't good. I'll watch it. I'll watch every second of it.
I don't know. It will be interesting to see who really sticks to have a storyline.
Yes. I think as these seasons play out, they all come to it with a story.
Yeah.
And it's not as authentic as it was for the first couple seasons.
Yeah.
So they probably play up to it. They're all looking for contracts or a podcast or some kind of a deal.
Yeah.
So they don't really give a shit if they're going to find love.
So there's a girl on there right now. I think she's 24, 25. She was in medical appliance sales, so making a decent living, right? And quit her job to be on the show.
Okay, I saw that.
To try to find true love. Girl,
to
you're
try to find
young.
fame.
Yeah. And she's cute. She is cute. But then she says in one of the pod hangouts that she's like, oh, I mean, I just don't want men just dating me because I'm pretty. Like I'm just a pretty thing to look at. Yeah, she's cute.
But the fact that she calls herself pretty makes her not pretty.
Right?
You're not pretty.
So, and then there's one girl who probably all the guys would want to date if they could see her out in the wild. But I think her name's Brittany, so it's very fitting. She's like, my name's Brittany. And she's talking to this guy who is like an art dealer. And he's tries to be very humble in the first 5 seconds.
He's a douche canoe, I can tell already.
Huge douche canoe. Because basically all of a sudden he gets deep into well, I inherited this business and I grew up in a very wealthy family.
Oh,
and it just goes on and on where I'm like,
does he wear a sweater around his shoulders?
No, because he's like an art dealer. So, and then the one guy goes, I did notice the Rolex you're wearing. And he's like,
oh my God.
So then the Brittany chick is like, how do you feel about finances, 50-50? And he's like, well, I don't think I should have to pay for everything. He's like, but I make a pretty good living. And she's like, good, because I'm expensive. Lashes and nails and facials and shoes. It's so expensive being a girl. And then all of a sudden it's like crickets. It's like, he's thinking, wow, you're going to spend all my money.
Yeah.
Really? She goes, I don't know about these other guys I talked to that were 50-50. Well, of course they're going to say 50-50.
Right.
Girl, he don't know you.
Right. And he hasn't seen you.
Yeah.
Maybe once you show your face, then,
So, but I mean, she even sounds high maintenance. So.
Boo.
Yeah. So it's going to be a good watch.
Okay. I will watch every second. I cannot wait. Did you watch the Netflix series?
Oh, Nobody Wants This.
Nobody Wants This. Oh, okay. First of all, terrible title. It's too much to remember. Nobody Wants This. All I can think of is there's nothing to see here. Remember that from, what was it on? Anchorman?
Is that?
There's nothing to see here.
Oh.
But that's anyway, whatever. They should have just made it a cute title. I don't know. It bugs me. But I love the series.
No, and I saw, I don't know if I read it or I saw Kristen Bell talking about it, but she goes, I was super excited about this rom-com because we're not 24.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is real people who are not finding love.
Right.
Or, just got out of relationships. And how hard it can be when there's a big thing like religion. Right. That could be an obstacle that you have to,
right.
get over.
My favorite part are the side characters in this show.
The siblings.
The siblings
yes.
are the best. And so are the parents. Let's just talk about the parents. The mom that's a ding-dong. Married to the gay dad.
Yes.
They're not quite divorced, and he brings over Pat.
Yeah.
Their boyfriend.
It's such a funny dynamic.
So great.
The mom's in denial that her husband's gay, even though he's openly gay now.
Right, openly.
And brought a boyfriend
basically
to
making
dinner.
out with the new boyfriend.
Yeah. And then she always has these spiritual healers.
Oh my God. They're trying so hard to be progressive and they're just not.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a fun show. I was in love with Adam Brody when he was on the OC.
Yeah.
And he's just as darling now.
He's so cute.
So cute.
I mean, it's a laugh out loud show.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
It is so fun. I was watching it all by myself this week because Randy was out of town. And I was laughing out loud.
And I love that they're 25-minute episodes.
I know. Perfect.
So you're I'm literally you can watch
season.
it in a day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now I'm waiting for season 2.
There better be a season 2. So.
And it was created by Erin Foster, who is Erin and Sarah Foster sisters. They created My Favorite Daughter design brand.
I don't know that brand.
You would if you Google it. It's they have jeans. They have really cute stuff.
Okay.
And their dad is David Foster.
Yes.
Who is that musician that's been married to everyone.
Yes.
Literally in Hollywood. He's also a Canadian.
Also, the reason Peter Cetera is Peter Cetera and the greatest songs of all time.
I mean, he's a musician. He's a genius.
Yeah.
Right. But relationship wise, zero.
Well, no, because he can always have the new hottest thing in modeling or music or whatever.
He gives Canadians a very bad name. That's all I'm saying. Relationship-wise. But anyway, that's their dad.
Okay.
So they have the woman that created
so do you know that that's
show.
loosely based on her real life thing? Like her husband in real life, I think is like a TV producer or something like that. But he's Jewish.
Oh.
And it is loosely based
her
off
and her sister
converting.
Her and her sister are very close.
Okay.
And they have like
they have a
banter.
podcast.
Yeah, they have a podcast and they have this banter. It's very similar to that movie or the series.
Yes.
Which is so funny.
Well, and it's so funny because like when the first episode started and they're like getting together to set up their podcast, I was like, oh, it's about having a podcast.
I feel like that would be us if we were single.
Right?
And like in our 30s or whatever.
This podcast would be so different.
Can you imagine?
We were single in our 30s.
Can you imagine every week we'd be like, tell me about your Tinder date this week. And don't name names,
right?
If you don't want to. And just go off on like
Speaking about relationships on podcasts, I listened to Kristen Cavallari's podcast this morning.
She broke up.
They broke up.
Why?
I know she even got like
teary. I did see that clip. And she was like, he needs to go live a life.
He's a baby.
Which, good for her.
Yes.
That's very mature.
Very mature decision.
It's true.
Yeah. Because it sounded like it was her decision to say, hey.
Yeah. She's like, he will thank me someday.
Well, I know that when you're first like googly-eyed love, you're willing to make a half-assed decision. Will I have more kids because you want kids?
Like, she's not that old.
She's not that old.
Is she even 40?
No. No, she's probably like 36 maybe.
Oh, okay. But still, she has 3 kids. She probably doesn't want to have a baby.
No, and I think her youngest one's like 9.
She literally buys like $6 million homes.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to live in a startup apartment again.
Yeah.
You know, I get it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think she'd be living in a startup apartment.
I know, but she would be paying for everything. He would be.
I don't really
in a
think
startup
Montana
appointment.
Boys is making that much money. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I get it. The older woman, younger man seems appealing at the time.
Yeah.
And then when you break it down, you're like, oh shit, I can't raise another kid.
I know.
Did you see?
He's super hot.
He's hot. He's hot. I got to give it to him. The abs.
I know. Good for you, girl. Even if it was for a short time.
Good for her.
Heartbreak.
I like her. She's awesome.
Yes.
Did you see that new movie that's coming out with Nicole Kidman?
No.
That she is. What is she? She's a CEO of a company.
Okay.
She's got a husband, a family, this seemingly very perfect life. And then her intern comes in and completely seduces her, and she has an affair with him.
Wow.
Nicole, I do not know what you're doing, but your skincare is on point.
Right.
Every movie,
I know.
She looks flawless.
Like a
I don't know how
porcelain
she
doll.
gets these roles.
Yeah.
And she does them stack after stack after stack, like the perfect couple.
She was great in the perfect
She was great.
couple. Yeah.
But she kind of always plays the same person, in a way.
Yeah.
You know, but this sounds very intriguing. I sent this, I have this little group chat that we send all these reels to, you know? It's Jody, Vet, Stephanie, and Jen. And I sent this to them and I said, there's no way this show is real because the amount of sex this woman is having in her 50s.
Maybe she borrows lube from P. Diddy.
It's so untrue. No one's that aroused in your 50s. I don't give a shit how many abs he has.
Right?
I mean, it sounds exhausting. Anyway.
Yeah. Wait, what was I? Oh, so I was listening to a podcast and I don't know who was talking. Oh, I know who it was. It was Audrey O'Day. Do you know who that is? Do you remember when P. Diddy had a thing on MTV where he was like making the new girls supergroup and they were Danity Kane?
Yes.
So she was kind of like the ringleader of the group.
Okay.
I mean, and that's how I saw it when I watched the show. And this girl from the whole P. Diddy experience is fucked up in the head. She talks about how she moved off to Bali, did all of these like hallucinogen drugs, like had rebirth, like took a drug that actually made her die and had to be like brought back.
Ayahuasca?
It's crazy shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, girl, you're like bananas weird.
She's trying to find herself.
So, but she's 40 now and she made this comment like, I know I don't want to have kids. I just want to have like a sugar daddy like only wants to have sex like when I want to have sex because I don't want to do that all the time. Like, if you're lucky, you might get a blowjob. Like, just going on and on. And I was like, I don't know what dream world you live in, but okay.
But I want that sugar daddy.
So, she was on the Off the Vine podcast.
Oh.
The girl that was like the
Caitlyn?
Bachelorette. Yes. Mm-hmm. So, is that her name, Caitlyn?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know her last name, though. Caitlyn from The Bachelorette.
Yes.
Or Bachelor. Whatever.
I think she was on The Bachelor and then became The Bachelorette.
Oh, okay.
So.
She's funny.
She is funny.
She went through a breakup.
Did she?
Yes. With the guy that she was with from The Bachelor. Like, they were kind of an Instagram couple.
Okay.
Jason.
Okay.
And then they broke up. And now she's kind of coming out about it.
Yeah. No, she definitely like vents on her podcast about certain things. You know who she just had on? I can't wait till we get big enough so that we can have people like this on our podcast.
Yes. Who?
She had Whitney from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
She did.
So I have to
Did Whitney
say,
open up?
I have to say, yeah, like she actually sounded normal. And when they do break it down, because they both have been on reality shows.
Okay.
I mean, there are producers and there's editors. And she's like, you see me complaining about something, but you think the way it's edited, it looks like I'm complaining about Taylor coming out about swinging. But really, I was complaining about something completely different. And she explains whatever that was. And I mean, I get that, right? I mean, we have people from Be Alive that worked in reality TV, like Amazing Race and all that kind of stuff.
The power of production.
The power of production can completely change things. But
it can't change the person that you are.
No, she's definitely
like,
still like someone I would not want to be friends with, and totally thinks that
she's
her
a
husband's
total
straight.
victim.
Yeah.
And yes,
she
and
still
she thinks
thinks
her husband's straight and not on Grindr.
Yeah, she's like, listen. She's like, do you want me to send you tapes? Like, he's totally straight. I was like,
well, maybe he's bi. Who cares?
Yeah, but.
Yeah, who cares? As long as you just own it.
No, she did a really good interview. And the best is that it's Caitlyn that has Off the Vine. She didn't even watch the show, so she's just like asking questions. She's like, I haven't seen the show, but
she's probably like, explain to me what you girls do.
Well, she was like asking about like, you know, certain like Mormon questions, right? You can't have caffeine. And then Whitney's like, no, that's a misconception. Like we can have caffeine. We just can't have coffee or caffeinated tea.
But we can have ketamine.
But it's like, why is the caffeine in a sugary soda okay? But in a coffee, it's not.
Right.
Like that doesn't make any sense to me.
She's like, we all have veneers.
Yeah. So it's basically there's like a pamphlet of all the do's and don'ts of
oh my God,
being a Mormon.
Sounds so exhausting.
So, but how are these girls drinking Diet Coke or not? You're still putting all the syrups or whatever. You're putting that, and if everything's sugar free, the amount of sugar alcohol that's in there, you are farting all day long.
All day.
When I first did a sugar free diet, like way back when, you know, Super Dave got me on this bandwagon, like we're gonna go completely sugar free
because that was a thing.
It was a thing, and
it was like if you don't want to gain weight, you have to be sugar free. Oh, and fat free. Remember that in the 90s?
Yeah, but the problem was fat free came first, and everything was loaded with sugar.
Yeah,
and then it was like, oh wait, it's not the fat, it's the sugar. So I will say the pounds fell off when you make a conscious effort of no more tonic water. I'm making a vodka and club soda.
Right.
I'm not going to eat a half a package of Oreos when I watch TV, all that kind of stuff. But then I would buy like sugar-free Reese's peanut butter cups and sugar-free this and sugar-free that. And then I would get so bloated and just fart all day long.
Because you can probably psychologically you eat double. Because you're like,
because you think
free.
It's sugar-free. And if my diet's just about being sugar-free.
It's free.
Yeah.
It's like when stuff's on sale.
Yeah.
You're like, well, it's like they're paying me to shop here. It's almost free. It's discounted.
Yeah.
God, don't be stupid.
My gosh. So, but yeah, these girls are so freaking tiny and consume all of this pop. Like those
make
are
that
chemicals.
math make sense.
The math does not make sense. So it's like for every soda they have, they do a quick Ozempic into the thigh, like something.
They're TikToking a lot.
Yeah. Well, there ain't TikToking that much.
I know.
I mean, that's a lot of like sugary sodas.
Yeah.
Because the one girl, because they had like a press tour And every girl had their own signature soda, like at the bar.
Okay.
First of all, if I was invited to that event, I'd be like, is there a separate liquor table? Oh,
Yeah.
wait, I have wine in my purse.
You're like, oh, 1 second. Here's my Tito's.
Right? But like the one girl's was like Mountain Dew with a strawberry puree and like a mango puree. So sweet.
That's so disgusting.
So sweet. I don't know.
Ugh.
I still can't get around that they're not supposed to do drugs or alcohol, but it's okay to have laughing gas to get Botox.
Right. And they do ketamine.
Yeah.
They do ketamine. Yeah. But that's not drugs or alcohol. Okay. It's a horse.
Well, no, they make it a workaround because it's a medical related treatment.
Right.
So,
right. Well, good thing they didn't get invited to any freak offs.
Right.
Can you imagine? Would they have went? I wonder if it was like in the day and they were
Of
like
the Diddy Prime.
Of the Diddy Prime, but you take this group that's now becoming famous and getting invited to things and getting invited on podcasts and talk show hosts.
Yeah.
They would definitely have gotten invited to a freak off.
So, well, and if he would have heard Whitney's thing on this podcast, like she wants to get into acting now. And she wants to be in fantasy television.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't really understand what that is either. And she was talking about some book being turned into like a mini series. I had never heard of it before, so it's obviously not stuck in my brain.
Is that like high fantasy books?
I
Is
think
that what
so.
that
What is
is?
it, like fan fiction kind of stuff?
Yeah. And it's like sciencey,
Like-
but it's like
I don't know. I don't know what the book is. So I don't know if it's, like sci-fi fantasy or if it's like the idea of you kind of books where it's like fan fiction.
either way, she's not going to make it.
I don't see her really.
I'm sorry,
I
Whit.
couldn't take her seriously.
No.
She's
And
like, well, I went to school for theater and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, at BYU.
Right.
So
Anyway. Good luck, Whit.
yeah. Well, so I did see a thing where at some of Diddy's parties, like when you got to the front door, you had to have like, there's like somebody with a tray of drinks and you had to have the drink before you walked in. And I mean, if they had it like,
Was it spiked?
oh, I'm sure it was all roofied.
Yeah.
But if they had it as Diet Coke with sugar-free coconut cream and sugar-free like caramel syrup,
100%.
that is roofied, they probably would have been all in.
Right. Right. They're
So-
like, no alcohol, girls. We got you.
I mean, here's the horrible thing. If I had been invited to a Diddy party in the late 90s, I'd been like, fuck yeah, I'm going.
It was
Woo!
the place to be.
Yeah.
It was the place to be.
So
God, there are so many things that are going to come out. I cannot.
the list of people.
I mean, we are just going to eat our popcorn and drink
know.
our wine. But the sad part is the people that are going to get caught in the crossfire that were there because they would have been like us in the 90s. They would have been like, fuck yeah, we got invited to a P. Diddy
Right.
party. And then they're on the sideline and all of a sudden you didn't know he had all these cameras and you're like caught when he's doing whatever
but
he's
there's
doing.
two people that, one, if you got drugged and
Yeah.
you didn't know it, oh, sorry, that really sucks. Or if you're on the in with Diddy and you know what's going on and you choose to stay and you choose to be a part of it,
Yeah. That's on
please,
you.
I hope you go down. Did you watch the movie Blink Twice that we told you to watch when we had dinner
Wait, did I? No.
with who's the guy that's
I'm
Magic
having a
Mike?
problem with my memory. So last night in my pickleball tournament, you know how not pickleball, I'm in a league, you guys.
Fancy.
So fancy. I have a bag and everything. So I kept not remembering if I was 1 or 2.
Oh, yeah.
It was hard for me. Anyway, I don't know if I
Have
saw
you
it or
guys
not.
seen the movie Blink Twice yet? Oh my gosh. So Zoe Kravitz is the director.
Yes, you told us.
Yes. And I honestly think that this movie is coming out when it is and is loosely based on like Diddy having this like upper elite group and drugging these women and making them play things, like torturing them and keeping them drugged so they don't remember.
It is wild, the shit that's coming out. And the best part is that he was so narcissistic that he videotaped everything.
Oh my gosh.
And now it's all coming to the surface.
Everybody who's like that gets in trouble.
I know.
The FLDS,
Yes.
speaking of Mormons, but all of that shit went down with that crazy
Nexium.
church. Nexium. Like, you're that narcissistic and just in love with yourself.
Right.
And I also think he used a lot of it for blackmail because it is coming up that it's like, now that I have video of you doing this, you're going to make sure that Beyonce's a star, or you're going to make sure that
Absolutely.
J-Lo's a star.
Right. That's what he did. He used people. And then there's all these conspiracy theories that go along with it. But he is wild. I can't believe, like that one video that I think we have the picture of it where he has a 9-year-old girl and he's like, what's your name? And she's like, Ava Combs. And she's this little girl that he like picked off the street. She was, I don't know what she was doing.
Was she homeless?
I don't know. That wasn't clear. They're like, she's playing with our kids. She's been here since she's been 6 months old, and now I'm just going to show her what it's going to be like to be raised by a black man. And then you see, like, in this TikTok video, like 2 other kids in the background. I don't know if they're his. I don't even know how many kids he has. But the fact that he has this little girl, and she's on here, doesn't know what she's doing or saying.
Oh, this is recent because this is teamlove.com to donate.
Who's the clown in the background, too? He's always got these side people that are just
kind of looks familiar,
popping up all over. And like his
Dom, what does it say? Luker
I
in the background?
I don't know.
I'm going to look at my Instagram real quick. Continue with
wild.
your story.
But anyway, and he's like, what are you going to do here? And she's like, I'm going to live with you now. And he's like, your new last name is Combs. Girl, God bless. Where are her parents?
Well, you don't know. He could have offered them money.
Yeah, but where in a time would
Says
you...
he's a journalist.
Where in a time when Kylie's 9 or Evie or Alex is 9 and some celebrity comes up to us and says, I will pay you $10 million. Let me have your daughter.
No, absolutely not.
Go fuck yourself.
No, and not even if he promised her the world and she would tell me that I was the most horrible mom on the planet.
Fine.
Someone else is not raising my child.
Right. Also, fine. I am a horrible person.
If you think that she's that talented, we will work together. I will always be there until she is 18 years old and can legally do that on her own.
Right. And even then, I don't know.
Well, yeah. But, well, okay. So then if we're going to get on that topic, Justin Bieber.
Justin, where are you?
So he was discovered on, I think, like on YouTube, right? By Usher.
I think so.
Or it says like actually Diddy discovered him first. The mom was like hesitant. So then Usher comes along because he seems like a good, sweet guy and isn't part of like, you know, a gangster record label.
Yeah.
And then he took Bieber under his wing, got custody. Again, Mom, I get your kid's talented.
I get it. But that's Canadians. You're giving everybody a bad name in your country.
But with all of this going down, it totally is like selling your soul to the devil to be famous.
Literally.
Listen, here's the thing. Not selling my soul to the devil, but putting myself out there, that's one thing. But to just, I look at this picture, he's like so sweet and so innocent, but then went through dark times because I know it's a fake song on Instagram, but he was like, lost myself at a Diddy party.
He was probably butt raped.
Oh, 100%, which is so sad. So sad.
So sad. Now he has that darling wife.
I know.
Baby.
Well, and now that he has his own child, he's going to be fighting some serious demons.
But there are so many people that are coming out. And what about that girl that we were just talking about this morning? Jaguar.
Jaguar White.
Or Jaguar White.
Yeah.
What's her name?
I think it's Jaguar.
Who used to be in Roots.
The group. And I mean, she was going to be on the up and up and was like, nope, don't want to be a part of this, you know.
And she witnessed a bunch of shit.
She did.
With Jay-Z.
I know.
Yeah.
I just love it when she sits on the couch and she's just like, you know, she's like, and I can't, oh my God, I need to think of something that she would say, but she'd be like, just pointing out who was who at what party and what they were doing. She's got her big old hoops in.
Oh my God.
And she's just like breaking it down and she's like super serious about it. Oh no, she's the one where I heard that Usher gave custody to Diddy for 48 hours. Oh, and she kept calling P. Diddy the diddler. She'd be like, Usher gave Bieber to the diddler. She'd be like, he was giving things up to the diddler.
Ew.
Yeah. And I mean, that just made him sound even more disgusting.
Did you see Diddy's defense attorney
No.
say the reason that he had so many bottles of baby oil is because he lived next to a Costco?
Okay. Well, they don't sell 780 dildos at Costco.
What did he buy?
so
The
where did he
whole
get those?
crate?
My God. Oh my God. And then when I saw the picture of like the cops confiscated all of the dildos in his
dildos.
mansion and they took a picture of it. And I thought it was going to be really funny. And I sent it in our group text with me, you, Randy, and Chris. And I was like, look at all these dicks. Like, who needs all these? And I accidentally sent it to my dad instead of the dilly dilly. I was like, so I'm thinking, wow, nobody's responding. I thought it was like, what I said something. And I was like, I thought it was so clever. And I'm like, it's a giant picture of like 800 dildos. And then my dad sends me a text asking when I'm going to pick him up. And I'm like, oh my God. You see the text above? And I was like, oh my God, I sent it to my dad. Oh my God.
I can see your dad do. He's like, to the dicks.
Give me a thumbs up. So I was just like, okay.
Have you ever sent, I know we're going down a different hole.
That's fine.
A text to the wrong person?
All the time. Well, not all the time, but yeah, when it does happen, it's like, oh, fuck, that wasn't for you.
I sent a text about that person to that person. Like I was supposed to send it to a group.
Yeah.
And talk about how this person, it was
pissed you off?
Yeah, from work a long time ago. We were on a conference call and this person pissed me off and what they said like was inappropriate and wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was calling him out, but not to him.
Yeah.
But I sent it to him.
That was your subconscious.
And I was like, as soon as I hit send, I was like, fuck. You can talk shit about anybody you want, but you shouldn't probably send it to them.
Right.
Anyway, I remember Randy was like, just say, haha, just kidding. And he goes, well, I guess I don't have to guess anymore how you feel about me.
Wow.
I was like,
or when you're talking
sorry.
like such bad shit about someone that you have to look at your phone to make sure you didn't accidentally call them.
Now I do that because I did talk shit and send it to that person.
Or be like, oh my God, I got to tell you something you can't tell anybody else. And then you like look at your phone and you're like, okay.
Whew.
So yeah.
Went to the right person. Damn, that was, my heart has never sunk so fast.
Oh, it's a terrible feeling.
Oh my God. Thank God I really didn't like that guy. But it wasn't the point. He still had to be on his team. Anyway.
No, but I'm obsessed with this Jaguar Wright chick. And she was like, came out when it was the whole R. Kelly thing. So, but I didn't.
What was the relationship between the R. Kelly, P. Diddy,
and Jay-Z now?
Jay-Z.
So basically, it's people throwing other people under the bus so they don't get caught. Oh. So it was somehow, she's saying, allegedly, that P. Diddy are like put all these different scenarios in, I don't know, the FBI's line of sight or something so that R. Kelly would get caught and then it would kind of take the heat off of him.
Yeah, he's been accused of working for the FBI.
So now she's claiming, allegedly, that Jay-Z is doing this to P. Diddy.
Oh.
Yeah. And she claims, allegedly, that he was part of the murder of Aaliyah to bring Beyonce to the top.
Yes, I saw that too because Aaliyah was allegedly drugged when she was put on a shitty ass plane that crashed.
Yeah, I remember when she died.
So sad. So sad.
So talented, so pretty. Yeah, I mean, it's insane.
It is insane.
And
like, actually, who killed Tupac?
Well, now they're saying they're blaming everything.
I mean,
on
we
Diddy
could go down so many different holes.
So the other thing Jaguar says is that J-Lo, she couldn't act, she couldn't sing, but got involved with the diddler.
Yeah,
and yeah, and then all of a sudden
she blew up.
Jenny from the block.
Jenny from the block.
Yeah. So, regardless, J-Lo is beautiful. She's an amazing entertainer.
She's not the most profound singer in the world. In fact, I don't even really think she sings.
Yeah,
she can dance her ass off.
She can dance. Original Fly Girl. Yeah. Whatever about her singing. But acting, I like some J-Lo movies.
I do too. I like that Maid movie.
Oh, Made in Manhattan.
Yeah, cute.
Such a cute movie. She was. What was the movie where like she got abused and she was like, had to like run away.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good little thriller movie.
Yeah, it was good. And I like the one with Jane Fonda where she was like the wedding planner.
Monster-in-law?
No, I think it was called, well, it might have been it. But then she was a wedding planner in one. Maybe
that one's called The Wedding Planner.
Okay.
That's with Matthew McConaughey.
Yes. That's what I'm
But yes,
of.
the one with Jane Fonda, I think, is Monster-in-Law.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yes, that was good.
So
she's a great actress and she's beautiful. I don't think she's the relationship type. Maybe she has other talents.
Well, I think Ben is on an exodus of their relationship because all this stuff is coming out.
Well, that's what's happening with all these people.
Right? Because now Mila Kunis is pieced out of her and Ashton Kutcher's house.
I know. But they just showed them together at some event.
Oh.
But who knows?
Maybe that's
who knows what's
allegedly.
real.
Yeah. But now Brittany Murphy died of pneumonia.
I know. Are they piecing it all together?
I guess so. Everybody conveniently dies of pneumonia.
Which is so weird because nobody's died of pneumonia since, I don't know, 1919?
Yeah, since tuberculosis was a thing.
Right.
So
strange.
Or you're chronically old and like.
Well, that Brittany Murphy thing was weird too because her boyfriend died too. Like a year, almost to the day of her death. Then he died, right?
I think
and her mom was with the boyfriend after Brittany died. It was all fucked up.
Hollywood's fucked up. So crazy.
I'm so glad we live in Midland, Michigan.
Right? The land of normalcy. I couldn't even, well, I mean, think about all the famous people that just want to like leave Hollywood in general right now. And they're like moving to the mountains and they're moving to Tennessee and, you know, just getting out.
Yeah. I think it's not even just geographically Hollywood. I think it's just that whole core of
the bubble
people.
Yeah.
The famous people that are just trying to claw their way to the top to be relevant all the time. And it's really sad.
No, it is.
So Diddy has been denied bail twice.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, he should
Finally, a judge is like, no. He's like, no.
I can't be paid off. I have no demons in my closet that you can blackmail me with.
Right.
Or say, go ahead.
Right.
But justice will prevail.
Right. Well, which is what we do not want. We don't want another Epstein situation because we want it all to come out, right?
We do want it to
As a public who likes the scoop.
Yeah.
I need to know all the deets.
Well, you do love a good conspiracy.
I do love a good conspiracy.
So did you see... do you know who Niykee Heaton is? I didn't really know who she was. And I didn't really know any of her music. When she put a TikTok out. So she, I think, was like getting popular in like 2014.
Okay.
So
was she a solo singer or is she in a group?
Yes, she was a solo singer. And she looked very, like when I like Googled her, looked very sexual.
Okay.
Like on her album cover or something like that. And so her and her manager are in LA and they get invited to go to the music studio. Kanye and Diddy like want to do like a collab or something, have her come into the studio. So she comes into the studio and she's like, you could see like the hype girls, like in their sexy like club outfits and everybody's drinking and all this kind of stuff. But the way that like when she first got in the studio, they immediately poured a drink for her and her manager. And they're like, have a drink,
she's
have a drink.
Blonde.
Yes.
Yes. I saw her TikTok.
Yes. And they're like, have a drink. And she goes, no, I'm good, whatever.
Right.
And she's like, listen, girls always listen to the intuition inside you.
And her manager.
There was something inside her that was like, I feel like they were being really weird about this.
Yeah.
So then she like pretended to drink, but then she wanted to text her manager and say, don't have the drink. And Kanye was like, put your phone down. You don't need your phone right now.
And the manager's like,
yeah, the manager's just like chugging away. And she knew something was in the drink because her introvert manager all of a sudden was like the life of the party and cracking jokes.
Who has to go to the 702?
Oh my God, the 702 is like this raunchy cash only kind of bar in our town.
They might take credit cards now. I'm not
No,
sure.
they don't.
Oh,
it's
really?
Still cash only.
Love it.
So she could just tell. So she's pretending to have drinks and you know, it got like really hot in the studio and they're like, oh, isn't it hot? You should probably like take your jacket off. Oh, you should probably do this. And they just kept getting closer and closer to her. And she's sober because she's not drinking this because she knows something's up with that. And they're like grabbing at her because she's like, they were fucked up when I got there. And they just kept getting worse. She looks at like, I don't remember if it was Diddy or Kanye's like manager.
Yeah. And
But
she
she's
was like, he's in his 50s. He has a family. Like, surely we have to make eye contact. And she even said she mouthed help.
She mouthed help me, and he turned around in his chair.
Like, fuck you, guy.
Kanye's cousin, she said, help me. Because at this point, they're grabbing at her clothes. Turns around.
Like ripping off her shit, right?
Yes. Sound manager, who's like, the engineer in the booth for the recording studio, turns around. She's like, you're married with kids. No one would help her. And she's like, I don't pray to God ever. She's like, but at that moment, I just prayed, like, help me. How do I get out of this situation? How do I do this? And she said she was backed up against the wall, and she just heard in her head, step forward, just step forward. And she's like, okay, the one time I pray to God, he's telling me to like move forward on these guys. But it was so loud in her head. She moved forward, and when she moved her hand, she felt the door handle, and she was able to open the door, and she ran into like an empty studio and barricaded the door. And I don't know if she like called 911 or something. Called
whatever happened to her manager, because she was talking about how her manager went to the bathroom.
I think she probably passed out in there. Oh my God. Because she never talked about her manager again.
Right.
She was basically like she escaped. And it's just like, it's like even the Bill Cosby thing. You are so famous. You could go anywhere and find a woman to sleep with you.
And they did. Yeah.
And they're called prostitutes.
Right.
You could pay someone to have sex with you. If you want that unbelievable control of power where someone is just passed out like a dead person and then you want to have sex with them, you are fucked in the head.
Well, that's called necrophilia. Ugh. Right? It's like a bad thing to have.
Oh my God.
So you might as well fuck corpses.
Right?
If you're going to like make people pass
having
out.
daughters that are already in college or going to college. Like, it's so scary. So scary.
Frightening. Yeah.
You know? Like never take a drink from anybody. Like you watch it be opened. Like you make it. Yes.
Bring your own.
Well, now those girls bring like milk jugs of like their own cocktail everywhere. I would do if this day and age. I would do that. I'm not taking anything from like a garbage can at like a fraternity
When we were
party.
at tailgating at this fraternity, people took the bags out of wine boxes and were carrying them around, like hot wine.
Ew.
And they're like, "Would you like a drink, my lady?" I was like, I'm good. Oh
my God, I could just see like this 22-year-old boy like, my lady.
Oh my God. That is so frightening though. That no one stuck up. Well, and that's the problem that we're going to see with this whole case is no one stuck up for all of these people. And that's why the famous people are going to be implicated because they were at the party, they witnessed some shit, and they just turned away.
Yep. And it's one thing if you were like the rando that got invited because your cousin of a friend was like in the background of a P. Diddy video. But then you saw shit start to go down and be like, not for me.
Right.
I'm out. Okay. You might be like, a little fucked because you might be like on camera. Like, so this Niykee chick is coming out and telling her story because I think like she's implicated like either in a lawsuit or is like subpoenaed or something like that. So that's why she's, because now she like lives on a farm and is not in the limelight at all anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I mean, I wouldn't be either.
See, this would not have been good for me, like back in the 90s.
Would you have done it?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'd join a cult, so probably.
Yeah. I would have been like, yeah. I'd be that chick in the background.
Oh, you've got to see the movie Blink Twice. I'm not going to say anything because you just need to watch the movie.
I will watch it.
And we won't spoiler alert. So everybody who listens to our podcast, it's out. I think it's in the movie theaters right now, but you could totally rent it on Apple Plus.
Oh, that's why we haven't seen it. Because Randy goes, 1999?
Well, yeah, because it's like, but if you went to the movie theater.
I know.
No, we were, it was one of those things where we had plans and then like the plans fell through and it was just like, okay, we're either going to go out and do this other thing we got invited to or just stay home. And we chose to stay home. And it was like, well, let's just watch a movie. Like, let's just get into something. Yeah. So it's good.
Okay.
It's a little artsy, but it's really good.
All right.
So,
we'll rent it this weekend.
Well, you're not doing it on Saturday because we're watching the UFC fight.
We're going to watch the fight.
I love a good UFC fight.
I do not. I've never watched one. It makes me nervous. I don't like it when people get violent. I like to watch people murdered, on, crime stories. But I don't like the process of kicking the shit out of each other.
I don't remember what the name of the TV show was, but I watched it. Navy Street Fight. Google that. Navy Street Fight. It's a TV show that I think was on Netflix. And it was about kids training to be UFC fighters.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. And it's a drama. It's not like real, but it's good. And then just to kind of like see inside that life a little bit.
No, they're very disciplined people. And they're
disciplined
very sweet people because they get all their frustration out in the ring or mat or whatever it is.
So it hasn't released yet, but Tim Sylvia was on Chris's podcast last week. And he was like the heavyweight champion 3 times, like in the early 2000s. Okay. Like in the peak of like UFC was just starting to get super, super big.
Cool.
Super nice guy. But he was talking about like UFC fight camp. And he was like, it was meant to break you. It was meant to be impossible. It was meant to like completely suck out loud so that when you got into the ring and you were getting beat up, like you could handle all of it.
Oh.
Sounds terrible.
Sounds like the Navy SEALs.
Yeah, I would never want to be a UFC fighter. But
and they have girl fighters too.
They do have girl fighters. I am highly against the trans UFC fighter because she just literally beats the beyond shit out of all these women who have trained so hard.
Because she's biologically a man.
Yes.
We can get into that whole thing.
But
later,
I mean, that just, listen, you want to be a girl, you do you. But
correct.
You fight other trans women.
I was in college when the whole Title IX thing was invented, right?
Yeah.
And I was an athlete in college and saw half of our program get cut. Baseball team got cut, wrestling team got cut. I'm trying to think what other men's sports that are everyday sports got cut. Funding for basketball, funding for football, to be put into women's sports, to rise up the women in athletics, which was awesome. We were all for it. But then, these women fought so hard for these sports to have them degraded by biologically not women fighting women. It's not even cool. It's not right. Like,
well, it's just like that swimmer.
Yes.
I don't remember anybody's name.
Yeah.
But I mean,
yeah. That's a whole
you can get your whole
thing.
Get your whole own thing. So, well, back to Diddy. back to Diddy.
Back to Diddy.
So how about she was never his wife, but that
Kim Porter.
Yeah,
what was she? She was just a serious girlfriend.
She was just beautiful.
Beautiful. Look at her.
I think she was a model.
Pneumonia.
Like everybody else in Diddy's life. And tried to leave him a couple times. He wouldn't let it happen. And she had these diaries that she gave to her friends, and then they just released them.
Yeah. Which is how this whole case opened up, isn't it?
Well, I think there's a lot of stuff because there's a lot of stuff popping up of other interviews where I think the FBI has been on this for a very long time. And now they just had enough evidence to actually indict him.
Okay.
So I think that's what it boils down to. But I want to read her book.
I do too. Is it released yet? Do we know?
You can buy it on Amazon for $22.
Oh, well, get it.
I don't read, right? So,
well, you listen.
I listen. It's not on Audible.
Oh,
so
because you can't narrate it.
And when I found out it was on Amazon, it wouldn't have been here in enough time for me to like speed read it before today. But I feel like I should still get it because I feel like we need to.
Oh my God, let's get it.
Know. Yeah, we really need to know. Oh, she's so beautiful, and I think they have like 2 kids together.
Oh, they do. How many kids does he have total? Is he like a Nick Cannon?
7 kids
with how many different moms?
I think Nick Cannon has 9 kids.
Yeah.
So yes, he is like Nick Cannon.
Okay. Different
Oh,
moms.
different baby mamas because they only have 2 together.
Right.
And I'm sure that it's more than just 2
I hope he's paying for them.
Well, I should hope so. The man was like the Mecca of all the things.
Right.
Oh, hey, how about this turnaround? So I listened to one of Kristen Cavallari's podcasts where she talks about how Diddy tried to pursue her.
Really?
And I remember listening, and he pursued her hard.
Before or after Jay Cutler?
Before.
Oh.
I think. Maybe. But she was definitely single and like super hot and like in the limelight.
Okay.
And she was just like, something about this isn't right. Thank
God.
But I just remember thinking like, you're just a reality TV star. Like this could like.
No wonder everybody was like.
The world could be
oh my
at your
God,
oyster.
stars in their eyes
yeah,
for
and
him.
Well, and I really only like listening to her podcast when her friend Justin's on because he's my absolute favorite. And
he's the blonde guru.
Yes, I love him. And he was on there and she was like, this is kind of taboo to talk about now. But yeah, like he pursued me hard and I was just like, no, like giant 10-foot teddy bears and chocolates and flowers like showing up at her house and like sending her all this like stuff and swag and
oh my God.
and she was like, yeah, just not my vibe.
If someone sent you a 10-foot teddy bear, what would you do?
Well,
if you're single and you're
but who's sending it to me?
I don't know. Somebody you're not looking for. I would be like, please return to sender.
Well, if it's like Bob who collects the carts at Meijer, well, then I think that's kind of weird.
I know, but like something like that, I would just be like, no, thank you.
What if Ryan Reynolds sent it to you?
No, thank you.
Really?
Yeah. I think that's a turn off to me.
Yeah. No,
It just is telling about the person who is sending you the gift.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, what if the guy from Imagining Dragon sent it to you and his abs were attached to the teddy bear?
Oh, well.
and all of a sudden he like unzipped and came out.
Thunder.
You can see him like dancing, like coming out of the teddy bear. Oh, that'd be really funny.
Maybe.
Listen, Here's the Thing is inspired by Be Alive. Are you ready to share your passions and creativity with the world? At Be Alive, their mission is to build brands and inspire people to chase their passions. They're always searching for dynamic storytellers and creators with a passion to join their team.
A team of dreamers, creators, seekers, united by a common passion for adventure and creativity. If you want to join the Be Alive creator community, maybe shop for some fun Be Alive merch, or catch up on all Listen, Here's the Thing episodes and blogs, head over to Go Be Alive and join the Be Alive family. Be Alive, it's that simple.
Oh, so another P. Diddy thing that I heard, allegedly, that he was really good friends with Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, did you see that she has a Netflix special out?
Like a comedy special, though, right?
Yeah, I guess it's stand-up.
Okay.
I think it's like conveniently timed.
Right? Yeah. So
I like her enough. I think she's kind of funny. I've seen her twice live.
Yeah.
And she's super fun, super engaging. I never worked for her.
Yeah.
And I think that was all the allegations of her being such a bitch.
Yeah.
Is like she was hard to work for. But I think she's funny.
So I have a very good friend who her cousin is married to an extremely famous person who has been on that show.
Okay.
I won't say any names, but he said she is an absolute cunt.
Oh.
He did not have.
She used the C word.
Yes, he used the C word. He like said that she is awful. She is mean. And then when you're on the show and you're getting interviewed, you have to play it up. Like
you're super funny.
She's so funny and she's so grand and so sweet because like at the time, like she could ruin you because she was like Queen Bee of Hollywood. Right? Probably because she was in with P. Diddy.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but apparently the rumor is allegedly that Twitch knew too much. So they murdered him.
Wait, what was their connection?
P. Diddy and Ellen?
Ellen.
I don't know. They loved
music.
Freak-offs. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the true connection was, but if you were to Google it, it's going to show you that he was on her show like multiple times.
Okay.
She plays off like she never got invited, like she was never at parties, and he's like, "You're always invited to the parties."
Did she go?
Allegedly, no.
Oh, okay.
So
well, then she's like, I'm clean.
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
From her perspective.
I feel like there's a list worse than Epstein.
100%.
You know, because these are people that like you and I would know of.
Right.
I'm sure there was very wealthy, like, you know, people that were on Epstein's list that you and I might not know their names, but if we would travel,
they're
in
very
those circles,
influential.
yes.
Like in the finance world,
Yes,
and
world
world
government
leaders
and all that kind of stuff.
And
Where
royalty.
this is Hollywood, this is everyday names. This is people that we would read about in In Touch magazine, right? Like not when you didn't get all your info from Instagram and TMZ, you got all of your information from the tabloids in the grocery store.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law used to buy every single one when she would go grocery shopping.
Which
it was
one?
great. In Touch.
Inquire.
All of them. Like the
People.
best thing was going over to her house because she would have all the new things.
Love it.
So.
He did touch politics because he is affiliated with a political team.
I'm like,
should I say it?
We're nobody's Meko, but
Should I say it? I don't know. Anyway,
allegedly,
they're not running for office currently, but
No.
they've been a president and a first lady.
I mean, you mess with the devil, it's gonna come back to bite you.
You get the horns. What's the saying?
I have no idea, but I mean, it just all seems like people who were just trying to find the fast route to fame and sold their soul to do it, and now it's all coming out.
I know. That is the moral of the story.
That is the moral of the story.
There's no fast track anywhere, folks.
Nope. Hard work and perseverance. And it's the people who do it the hard work, perseverance way, like Mel Gibson, who's being like shunned out of Hollywood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, there was an anti-Semite thing.
Okay, maybe I don't know everything. But like there's the good souls, and then all of a sudden you find like you hear like, oh, they're horrible, they're terrible, and then it comes out, it's like, oh wait, they didn't drink your Kool-Aid, so now you don't like them. It's like Mean Girl syndrome. Oh, you don't want to do what we do? Okay, now we're just gonna like outcast you and ghost you. Is basically what it was.
Right.
So
interesting. TBD.
I mean, more of this is gonna evolve as time goes on.
I can't
And
wait.
if we die, we said it here first.
If we die,
pneumonia.
call 1-800-DIDDY. Because I know where we're going.
Right?
Glow Medical Spa is Mid-Michigan's premier med spa for skin rejuvenation and anti-aging. The trained nurses and estheticians at Glow specialize in non-invasive facial aesthetics such as toxins, fillers, and lasers. Glow is ranked in the top 1% of all providers in the U.S. for Botox and filler, as well as Black Diamond Icon status for Hydrofacial.
Glow Body specializes in body contouring with Ensculpt Neo, Emcella, weight loss clinic, and therapeutic massage. Book an appointment today at glow-skinspa.com.
I'm just reading our notes. You're only listening to country now?
Oh, because I don't know what's safe to listen to anymore.
What do you mean?
Well,
Are
because
there
I
hidden
don't
messages?
I don't want to support some artist who was like raping child trafficked children at a P. Diddy freak off party.
That's true, but don't you think that
I don't want
that's
that
all
on my
been paid?
iTunes. I don't know. Yeah, so maybe I'm going to go back into country music.
Okay.
You're not on my train.
I feel like we can't be friends.
Not true. You come with me to Luke Bryan
I
concerts.
do. I do love some country.
Yeah. So.
Not all. Some.
Yeah. So there was a phase where I was very anti-country music because everything sounded the same. Everything was about getting your girl drunk and twirling her around on a truck bed.
Truck bed. What's wrong with that?
Nothing, but when everybody's singing a song about it, it just was like overdone.
Yeah.
And they all sounded the same. Where now, it's not so much that I'm into country music. I'm into like Zach Bryan.
Oh yeah, I like him.
Yeah, I wouldn't label him country
and
I wouldn't label him pop or rock, but he's in the same category for me as Wyatt Flores, which is my new favorite.
I don't know who that is.
Listen to him nonstop.
Okay.
That's my go-to
Is it like
all
folksy?
the time. So he's Latin. So
Okay.
there's a little bit of like a little Latin guitar flair to everything, but it has a country meets rock vibe as well.
Oh, I'm into that.
Yeah. No,
All right.
you need to start listening to Wyatt Flores. Big fan.
Okay.
Big fan.
I'm into Chapel Roan.
Oh, is that the Pink Pony Girl?
H-O-T-T. Yeah. Hot to go.
Oh, so the only reason I know,
H-O-T-T-O-G-O.
I don't know that,
can
but I know
be
the Pink
hot
Pony
to
Girl
go.
thing because it's on like Instagram and TikTok, and it's like dad singing it.
What's a pink pony?
Pink Pony Club.
What's that?
I'm a pink pony girl,
Oh.
and I dance at the club.
Oh,
It doesn't go like that at all. But she's like, it's not opera singing, but she's like very like.
I heard it's like her niche is like 80s synth-ish like type.
Oh, that would be us. Exactly. 80s.
Yeah.
Wait, who's the artist?
Yeah.
Oh, Chaperone.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I thought you were
You
talking
were
about
part of this conversation, right?
No, I thought you were talking about somebody else. You said the pony thing.
That's her song.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Can you play it? I don't know it.
If you enjoy our banter as much as we do, show us some love. Like, rate, follow, and share us with your soul sisters, your friends, acquaintances, random strangers on the street, your mortal enemy, and your family. And hey, tell us what you want our next episode to be about. It's like it's girls' night, but it's for all of us. Cheers to laughter, insights, and moments that matter. Let's keep this party going. Okay, now it's going to show up in your feed because we just talked about this. And there's like this dad who films himself singing it, like washing his boat.
Oh, that's
changing the oil in his car. So that's
pop music is making a comeback, I have to say.
Yeah. No,
like,
I like this song.
Yeah.
It's like fun and like quirky. So
yeah, it is cute.
Yeah.
All her songs are great.
Okay, I'll have to listen to
There's
other
a
songs
Peloton workout by Rebecca Kennedy.
Okay.
And it's all Chaperone.
Do I need to turn my Peloton back on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't do the bike. I do the treadmill once in a while.
Okay.
But I do like the strength training.
Okay. Well, if I were to turn it back on, I would do it for my treadmill or my bike.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I look at my bike and I'm like, do I miss it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I just used to be so obsessed with it.
So remember when we were talking about Beachbody and
Yes.
what were we talking about?
We were talking about
P90X.
P90X and Insanity.
Yes. All owned by Beachbody.
Yeah.
So I just listened to a podcast talking about how the demise of Beachbody.
What is the demise of Beachbody?
So these are all MML. Is that how you say it? Marketing, like pyramid schemes.
Mid-level marketing.
Mid-level.
Is that what it's called?
MLMs, yes. Multi-level marketing.
Multi-level marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So Beachbody was just that at first. It was just the DVDs and the stuff that you could buy on TV when you're home
But
and
you could
feeling
become
fat.
like a Beachbody
Coach. But that's after the fact.
to make them
So
like
when
buy-
we bought P90X,
Yeah.
we literally were at home one night and we're like, I'm so fat right now.
Yeah.
I just had a baby. I'm going to buy this whole system. It comes with like 19 DVDs, a calendar, what to eat, when to work out, all of it. So bought it. But then it morphed into the whole
like the shakes and everything.
The shakes.
That were not gluten-free.
The meal systems.
Yeah.
And then and that was the multi-level marketing piece.
Yep.
And then they're like, oh, shit, everybody's streaming workout now. We're competing with YouTube and free workouts. We still have to find a way to charge. So that's why they did the meal stuff.
Yeah.
And now I guess they did something. They morphed into like this thing called Body, not Beachbody, but Body, where they made all of these people that had clients under them, like an MLM, turn them over to Beachbody corporate. I don't know if I'm even saying this right, but so basically if you and I had an MLM and we had like people sign up underneath us and we're getting commission from all the people they sign up.
Yep.
Beachbody said, stop it right now.
Okay.
Those are not your clients anymore. You have to really, they're our clients and we're going to get all of that commission. And now you have to re-sign them back up if you want them to be part of your. Anyway, it's just a shit show.
Yeah.
But that's what's happening right now.
Wow.
With not just Beachbody, but with like Rodan and Fields, with like all of those companies.
Yeah.
That got all of their cash from.
I mean, I
multi-level
know a
marketing.
chick from way back in the day that dated one of my friends and became friends on Facebook. We follow each other on social media. So, I mean, she's like one of those Rodan and Fields girls that stay-at-home mom of like 4 kids. Somebody talked her into like some lash boost. And then all of a sudden, I mean, she's like in the top 1%.
Right. And the majority of these people are winning because
it
fits their lifestyle.
And I know I have multiple people that I know that
you can do it as a side hustle.
And all that kind of stuff.
You get free product or
so it's
whatever.
kind of funny because all except for the girl that's in the top 1% say nothing about Rodan and Fields anymore.
Yeah. because they're poor from it.
Okay.
So my parents were in Amway 100 years ago. Do you guys remember
Like
Amway?
vitamins, right?
They had detergent. They started out with like laundry detergent. Literally, it was like SA8. And the only reason I know this is because my dad used to take me every Saturday to sell laundry detergent in our town. Because
Like door knocking?
Yes.
Like
because
Mormons?
we were like Mormons,
Hello,
but
my
Amway
name
distributed.
is Elder Price.
Exactly. Hi, I'm a white man and I have an Asian child. Would you like to buy some laundry detergent? And that was our shtick.
Okay.
And so that was my entry to sales at 5.
There you go.
Yeah. So they started out kind of as a laundry detergent company. So I met the DeVosses. Because back then when they started it, it was like them, a couple other people, and my parents
Okay.
were in it. Well, I don't know what happened. In the meantime, my parents got a divorce because Amway wasn't like their key to keep their marriage together, clearly. And my dad had a full-time job, so he didn't really pursue it. But that's when it started out with, I remember my dad cutting out construction paper circles in our kitchen of like his upline and downline people.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was full on pyramid. It wasn't multi-level marketing. That's so nice to say.
Yeah.
It was a pyramid scheme.
Scheme
Yeah.
is the key word.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
But that's how multi-level marketing started, as a pyramid scheme, because they were like, oh, let's prey on people that didn't quite make enough money in their daytime. I mean, my dad was a blue-collar worker. He was a pipe fitter at Dow.
Yeah.
So he made like enough, but not his dream life.
Yeah.
And they gave him the promised land, right?
Yep.
They're like, if you sell 900 million detergents, you can retire on a yacht someday.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, I'm in.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Dun, dun, dun.
Don't do it.
Oh, now they just
Don't
have
do
that
it.
big fancy building in Grand Rapids.
Do they?
Well, the Amway
The
Hotel.
Amway Grand. I stayed there.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I thought it was Annie. You know what I mean?
Oh,
when
yeah.
she got rescued by Daddy Warbucks.
Yep.
I was like, the sun will come out tomorrow.
I've never stayed there. I've been in the lobby.
Oh, my God.
yeah.
Coming from Hope and going to Grand Rapids at the Amway Grand Plaza Hotel.
Yeah.
Please give me some patent leather shoes.
In a red curly wig. Orphan Meko. Are you ready to transform your body and mind? Rebar Fitness Studio in Midland, Michigan is what you're looking for. Rebar isn't just a fitness studio, it's a community where strength meets serenity. Whether you're flowing through a yoga sequence, sculpting with bar, or unleashing your energy in a work or pound class, Rebar Fitness Studio offers something for everyone. Their expert instructors create an inspiring and supportive environment that will have you reaching your goals and loving every minute of it.
Elevate your fitness journey. Join Rebar Fitness Studio family today and discover the workout experience you've been waiting for. You can go to rebarmichigan.com and use code LHTT15 to receive 15% off a punch card or monthly membership.
Okay, so I got suckered into buying something on Instagram.
No. What did you buy?
And I don't know if this is my age or I should probably just buy smaller workout pants. Oh, Nugget's upset. He's embarrassed about what Mom's doing right now. So remember when we went to Arizona and we went to an F45 gym and there was that darling young like coach girl there that had the what were those workout pants called? That have the wolf on them.
Oh, they're like shark.
Gymshark.
Gymshark.
She would wear like the Gymshark leggings and then like a crop top,
Yeah,
like
she's
t-shirt or
darling.
whatever. And she was so cute. And I was like, oh my God, I want to wear Gymshark leggings with a crop top. Well, I think I just need to buy some smaller leggings because now I don't know if I have like, it's not camel toe because there's not a seam through the crotch. But I feel like I just have like
Gymshark?
saggy. Yeah.
Particular? Okay.
Yeah, Gymshark. Although I do have a pair of Under Armour leggings that I really like to work out in, but that seams right through the crotch, and I have a little bit of camel toe in those.
I think that these workout clothing places have decided we shouldn't put the seam right through the crotch for women.
But these Gymshark ones, and it is, I think it's saggy fabric because it's not like pulling tight.
It's like you got a big pad on.
Yeah. So I bought underwear off the internet that's supposed to be for camel toe. But I just pulled these out in my office. It feels like there's like a maxi pad in here.
Well, that's what you do to prevent.
I didn't wear
chemical.
these, so you can touch them.
Let me see it.
They're literally brand new. I just opened them today.
Let me evaluate here. Oh yeah, I saw this on TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you can totally have your period.
Right?
So what this girl on TikTok did, you know those bra inserts that you get for padding? She's like, cut it into a triangle, put it in your underwear.
Oh, yeah.
Like the front.
Yeah.
And you will have no more camel toe.
You just need to smooth things out. I think sometimes it's just
you don't
like,
want people to be like, as you're working out.
No.
And then you're yanking down on your
Well,
pants.
and then I get like super paranoid, like when I'm teaching bar and stuff. No one's looking at my crotch. They're focusing on their workout.
They're not.
But yeah.
No, you get really self-conscious. I get it.
So they're like called.
You're like, I'm not going to do an overhead
called
squat.
Nudge?
What?
Or no, New Age. New Age software. Empowering comfort crafted by women for women.
Would you like to borrow my glasses?
Well, no, it was this font. It had nothing to do with the fact that I couldn't see it. Although I do love those glasses.
Thank you.
New Age is what it's called. But you definitely have to wash them before you wear them because when I got the tracking information, they came from Wuhan. So there could be COVID in that pad. Okay, so speaking of undergarments, here's my first question for you.
Oh, God.
What is your favorite bra brand?
What am I wearing right now? So I've had a really hard time with bras over the years.
Okay.
So first of all, I got my first boob job when I was 28.
Okay.
So then I had to get new bras, whole new bras. Then I had another boob job after I had my first daughter. So in 2005
or six, probably.
And then I had breast cancer, and then I had a whole other set of issues plus another boob job. Mm-hmm. So 3. So I've always struggled with bras. I think consistently.
No, but your titties can stand up on their own. Just go
they
free.
Really can. I mean, I wish. Yeah.
Just go free.
I might. I feel like I do need some support so they don't ever sag.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the only thing. But now I can't wear wire ever since my mastectomy because it cuts in. It like hurts really bad. So I have to find support without wire.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm blanking on the name of it, but I think it's Notori.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that how you say it? Notori from Nordstrom.
Okay.
Like the bra. So I just buy them in every color.
Yeah. No, that's how I am with fantasy bras. The fantasy t-shirt bra.
Okay.
Get it from Nordstrom in every single color.
Do they have wire?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. But I feel like my boobs are shrinking.
Because you're so fit.
Yeah. But like, so the last thing to, and I also think I'm on
First thing to go.
And I think it's like eating away at like my boob fat.
No, it's just making everything muscle.
But what I'm going to do is eventually I will get a boob job. I've, said I was going to do this probably for like 10 years and I still haven't done it. But because I had naturally big boobs at a young age and like the 90s became hot with fake boobs and then like they would have these dresses and these outfits for ladies with fake boobs, but the ones with the real boobs back then, it was like granny bras for the size boobs that I had. So that I couldn't wear any of those clothes. So I will end up with a pair of tits like a fembot from Austin Powers. And I will never wear a bra ever again.
But you want to wear a bra because even if you have fake ones, you got to support them. You do. I'm telling you, third time around, you got to support that shit.
I will figure, then it will be like bralettes because those things are going to stand up so firm on their own that.
Let's bring big boobs back.
I mean.
Because now the trend is little boobs. And they're so cute.
I will never have little boobs.
No, they're so cute and they're so efficient. But
I feel like I would look weird with little boobs.
Yeah, I do too.
You
My shoulders are broad. I'm like a broad girl.
No, you're a tiny, petite person.
No. But my shoulders are broad.
I'm a thick-boned Polish girl. Like,
no, my shoulders are broad. I've always had broad shoulders. I'm muscular.
For someone the size of my pinky finger, but okay.
And I need the boobs to match. I would look weird in little boobs too.
But you love a good like zha like outfit with a little like titty flare.
So
and you look great with it.
Thank you. So funny. I was at the gym the other day.
Oh, you embraced the Tracy Anderson look,
and I was boobing it a lot. Well, I didn't realize a lot of my shirts, because of like I have weird proportions, so they're very tight in the boob area and show a lot. And I was thinking to myself, because we have so many rules at our gym
Yeah.
about what you wear and stuff. I was
No
like,
one said anything to you, did they?
no, but I was daring them to.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, bring it. I can't wait for this
They're
conversation.
so weird with their rules. I think the golf stuff, I do. There's golf etiquette and there's golf clothing, and I am 100% stickler to all of that about the golf stuff. In the gym, I mean,
I had so many comebacks in my head.
yeah,
About people that
they
were gonna
wouldn't say
comment
anything to
on
you.
my boobs.
For the same reason the trainers are in the gym and they say nothing when someone's doing something super wrong.
Yeah.
Because some member's probably going to complain to the board about
Right. I was ready to say, like,
Bob the trainer.
oh, really? A 50-year-old woman? Mm-hmm. You're staring at my tits? My breast cancer tits?
Yeah.
Okay.
No one's going to say anything to you. Not at all.
Bring it. Anyway, I was just waiting for it so I could do my comeback. I don't know if I've ever asked you this. It's so random. What is your favorite color?
I thought you were going to ask me beach or mountains and be like, that's the third time you asked me.
Again, I don't know if I'm a 1 or 2 serving.
Yeah, I don't really gravitate towards a certain color where I'm like, oh my God, this is my favorite color.
This is your color. Like our friend Patty, who we talk about all the time.
Yes.
She's blue. Patty is
I
blue.
can see Patty loving
Patty
blue.
is blue. Everyone knows this about Patty.
Okay.
She's blue. Her favorite color is blue.
Yeah.
When you look at Patty, you're like, blue.
Yeah. Well,
She's not a blue person. She's just blue.
And my sister-in-law, Lisa, red.
Red.
But
red.
and
100%
she
red.
like sings it from the mountaintops,
Yes.
like The Sound of Music. My favorite color is red.
Yes.
I don't have that, but I think if you were just to look at what I wear or things in my home, yeah, I gravitate towards like blue and green.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a neutral girl.
Yeah. And I would say right now, because one, I've loved Wicked since 2003, so I am not on a bandwagon, but I am very, very excited for all things Wicked right now.
In green?
A green pink combo.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to design my home in green and pink.
Those
but
are your colors.
Those are my colors. Oh my God. Speaking of Wicked. So there's going to be all kinds of merch at the movie theater. I'm literally going to be walking out with like my arms full of shit.
What kind of merch?
Oh my gosh. They have
At
like
the movie theater?
So
Like
they're
popcorn
selling
dishes?
Stanleys.
At the movie theater?
Yes.
MGC?
So-
or
Well, I don't know if our cheesy movie theater is going to have all the merch, but we might have to go. We might have to go see this someplace
We might
else.
road
But,
trip.
So there's going to be a pink glitter Stanley and a green glitter Stanley. I am Alphaba through and through, so I will go with a green one. But then they're going to have like witch hat pillows, and they're going to have like
I need to really see this play again.
sparkly light up popcorn buckets. So I'm very excited for the movie and all the CGI, and then they're going to go deeper into character, like side character details and all the things. I hope they do the music justice. I really do. But it is such a beautiful story of being proud and true of who you are, not submitting to the man kind of thing, you know? And I think you and I are both very like proud women, very secure in who we are. And I am not about to bow down to some bullshit because that's the...
Do you think we should rename our podcast to Wicked?
So, but then on the same token, it's a beautiful story of friendship defying all odds.
Okay.
So
I thought they were sisters.
No.
Okay.
There is a story of sisters in the play.
I clearly
and film.
need to see this movie again.
Yes, but
Or
Glinda
play.
and Alphaba like start out as enemies, and then it ends with a beautiful story of friendship.
Oh, that's sweet.
So, and the music is insane, and you cannot compare a Broadway show to a movie. It's not the same. And a movie, I'm sure the movie's going to be great, but a Broadway show is, I mean, it's happening live in time, right in front of your face, and these people are performing, and it is amazing costumes, amazing dancing, amazing songs, all the things, and I could talk about Wicked all day long. So going off of that, my next question for you is, it's time for a girls trip. Oh. It is. We haven't been on one in a hot minute.
We haven't.
Where are we going and what are we doing?
I don't know. You got me on the spot. Where do you want to go and who's going?
I don't know.
Let's
well,
go.
you and I and whoever we invite.
Okay. Well, let's go.
Okay.
I think Nashville. I feel like we should go to Nashville.
We should do it.
We haven't done that in a while. Like since
No,
our
because
last half
normally,
marathon.
Yeah. Okay. So we've done Nashville twice together, but we show up, we run a half marathon,
And then we day drink.
and then we day drink the next day.
And then we go home.
And then we go home. It hasn't been like a legit Nashville
All
experience.
right, let's do Nashville.
All right.
I'm in.
So fun.
In.
Let's do it.
And it's a great time to go to Nashville. Between
it is
now
not
and
too
like
hot.
winter.
Yeah.
Nashville, watch out.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. So much fun. Okay.
Let's do it. Let's plan it.
All right.
Put it in my Delta app. What do you look forward to the most about being an empty nester?
What I look forward to the most, I know that I'm gonna, in the back of my mind, I will always just wondering what my baby girl is doing and making sure, like, hoping that she's safe and happy wherever she's at.
Of course. Yeah.
But not just the mom guilt of I want to go from work and go play pickleball. I want to leave work and go to bar. I want to leave work and go blah, 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 right? Because I think that's kind of like the freedom of it is that, oh shit, like in the afternoon, now it's still my time. So I would always carry a ton of guilt after school, like just wanting to be home, making sure that there was food, making sure like you have all the things that you need, help you with your homework. And as much as I loved all of that and then kind of dreaded it sometimes at the same time, I'm just ready for just a little bit more of me.
More freedom.
Which is why I've always been so into a girls trip, right? Because I don't have to be a wife or a mom. I get to be me.
Right.
I get to be Katie Shea.
Yep.
Not Katie Kiefer, not Katie Kiefer the mom, like Katie Shea.
Yep.
So,
Love it.
yeah. What about you?
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Same. I mean, I have 1 out. That was hard. 2 outs, even going to be harder. I think just not thinking about what you can and can't do. You can just do it.
Yeah. Or like, so when your kids have the freedom to drive and do things on their own, you have a little bit more freedom, but it's the extra thing
Well, you
where it's
still
like,
want to know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And what's happening.
but it's, oh no, I can't go to that. They have a golf tournament or a
Yeah.
tennis match or whatever it is. Where now it's kind of like, oh,
Right.
I'm free.
Like, yeah. Like my friend Jody said, just say yes to everything. After her son left, because she has 2 kids.
Yeah.
And after her son left for college and they were empty nesters, she just started saying yes.
Yeah.
And like, let's do everything. Yeah. I'm ready for it. Let's go on the trips. Let's do weekend away. Let's do shopping. Let's do whatever.
Yeah.
Now you can say yes. You can take I don't say yes to anything.
Say
reverse
yes
it.
to all of them. Yeah. Well, yeah, because it have a little extra time.
Yeah.
But don't ask me to be involved in too many like boards or committees or anything in town because that's not what I'm looking to get into. I'm looking to get into like,
Well, on your time.
yeah.
Right.
So
What's your question?
what would be like, you're in prison.
Oh, shit.
You have 1 meal before the chamber. What are you eating?
Ooh. What am I eating? My go-to meal right now is the Jennifer Aniston salad, which is quinoa, tomatoes, parsley, basil, cucumber, red onion, garlic, and chickpeas with like a protein. It's my favorite meal. I eat it like 3 times a day.
I knew this was going to be super interesting because it was going to be something like that, or it was going to be like cup of noodles. Like,
Probably that.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want to be too full when I die.
just a Kraft single and, and a peanut butter cup from Trader Joe.
Pretty simple. I don't really love dessert, so maybe a couple.
That's what you would finish with.
I'd finish with.
Yeah.
It. Yeah. Maybe a good chocolate chip cookie. What would be your last meal?
You've actually asked me this question before. And it's a bone-in filet. Like, no, that I am hardcore on that. I want Jeffrey Zakarian flown in.
Okay.
Make me a bone-in filet.
He'd be behind a plexiglass.
Yep. I need a solid, amazing potato. And then right before I'm about to die, I'm eating Dunkin' Donuts because I'm not going to feel the effects.
Oh, right. It's like the vet Did we already talk about this? The vet that has chocolate kisses for
the
dogs. I saw this on social media somewhere, and it was like you should have chocolate. Everybody should have a piece of chocolate before they die, or everybody should have a kiss before they die, or something like that. And he feeds all of his dogs chocolate so they can have it before he puts them down.
So mine and Chris's first dog, Bailey, like she was having like she was 16. She was old. And I think we were being selfish and keeping her alive, and it was not going well. Chris was on a trip, and I was like, I just need to take this dog to the vet and have her be well enough so that Chris can come home and all the things. And the vet was like, I know what you want to do. I cannot let you leave with her. Like, she's in so much pain, blah, 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 blah. And I mean, I laid with her on the floor. It was the most horrendous thing ever. And this is back when I used to get lash extensions. I had just had a fresh set put on. I cried them all off.
Did you get a refund?
No.
Oh.
But that was so awful. And had I known that was going to happen, I would have waited until Chris got home.
Right.
But he was gone for like 2 weeks. But, oh my God. Like that was.
It's like, I can't even.
Like,
like a child dying.
I can see everything about the room. I can smell the room. I remember what it was like laying on her as it was happening. And I almost wanted to be like, can I have the syringe? Like, I don't even want to share this moment with my vet.
Right.
And I love my vet. But yeah, no. Oh, so terrible. Okay. Give me your question.
All right. 1 second. My phone went dead. Hold on. Okay. This is kind of deep. It's election season. I hate the time right now because we are a swing state and we get every fucking commercial possible from both sides.
Yes.
I wish there were like 20 sides because that would make life a little bit more balanced. I don't want to get into politics, but
yeah. Okay.
if you were to elect a president out of anybody in the world, not just the two clowns that are running right now,
Okay.
who would you pick?
The Rock.
Why?
I just feel like he's just going to have love for everybody, and he's a smart businessman. I do believe you do need to be smart in business and not just have it be a popularity contest. That was super random that just popped in the top of my head.
I think that's a great choice.
Yeah.
I would vote for The Rock.
Yeah. I think you need to be smart in business. That's the only way you can get around. And I think if he was going to go meet with like Putin or something, he could just flex his bicep and he'd probably be scared.
He'd bring his gym all along. It'd be on the Air Force One.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
But I don't think famous people should tell you who to vote for because they live in like La La Land.
They literally live in La La Land.
Don't, no matter what side you're on, don't tell me who to vote for.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
So.
I agree. The Rock is a good choice. I would vote for The Rock.
Right?
I would. He'd be great.
Yeah.
Because he's healthy. He's smart. He's cute.
Yeah. I think we all would end, like, literally protein would show up at every American's door every day.
Everybody be handing out granola bars. And it'd be great. It'd be a great country.
Perfect. Oh, my turn.
Yeah, your turn.
Okay. Have you been watching Monster with the Menendez brothers?
Menendez?
Yeah.
No, but I watched the documentary and I followed the story. I actually went to their parents' gravesite once. Really
so
grossly.
Random. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my question. Because it was in the 90s. I was younger. Like, I remember it being on the news, but not in depth detail. But I've watched the Netflix thing. Do you think they made up the story about being abused, or do you think it was real?
So from what I have seen, I don't think they made it up.
Okay.
Only because they have several witnesses in real life that are cousins, friends, relatives who were either witnessed or abused themselves from the dad.
Oh. So it allegedly in the Netflix thing, like some people think that they were paid to say those stories.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's totally possible. I'm not saying what I think is right. I'm just saying, like, it's totally possible that the dad abused several people.
I think that he was a messed up dude.
Yeah.
And 100%
Because he,
verbally
I think,
abusive.
was also abused.
Yeah, that has come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
like,
And
by
the
his
mom numbed it by being an alcoholic and a drug addict or wherever she was. And she sort of like put on her blinders.
So,
And I haven't seen the series, but
it's very well done. It's very well done. And they, like, I've seen side by side of like at the actual Menendez brothers in court and their like mannerisms and everything. And then they have it side by side with the guys who acted in them in the show. And it's unreal.
yeah.
And they went with Kim Kardashian to meet with them and talk with them.
Oh, like the Innocence Project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, I think there's more to the story than meets the eye. I don't think that they went about it the right way as far as
Shooting their parents in the face with a shotgun.
no. And then being, all showy with everything that they wanted to buy after.
Oh,
and
yeah, but
all that
so
kind of bullshit.
part of me is like, was it all about the money, right? And like, this is all a fake story? Or, I mean, I know that I'm so guilty of being in a bad mental state and using like retail therapy to make me feel better.
Right.
So I could kind of see that too.
Right.
So I'm completely on the fence and don't know.
Yeah. I heard they're going to come out with their version. The Menendez
And they should.
brothers.
But at the same time, I think they were also good actors.
Well, also,
themselves.
you shouldn't shoot your parents on a white sofa. What the fuck?
Yeah, no. And I mean,
in the
that's
house.
brutal. I mean, I can see, I don't know.
I mean, it was
It's
like you did it
premeditated
the
if you're-
wrong way.
No, it's
boys.
premeditated when you load up a
Yeah.
gun and you walk into a room.
Right.
Yeah.
Like maybe you should just call CPS.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, wild. But I do think from what I have seen, they were abused. And I'm not justifying the murders. I'm just saying I think that they had a really bad childhood.
No, that I do agree with. Yeah.
What was the hardest chapter of your life?
The hardest chapter of my life was Chris getting into his accident. Carly was a baby. And I mean, he was in a brutal car accident. I mean, for those that don't know, like the entire left side of his body was completely smashed. His orbital bone was broken. His femur was smashed. He had to have a femur rod put
He
in.
must died.
And yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, when the paramedics showed up at he wasn't breathing when they showed up. And then all of a sudden he took like a big giant breath. And then his left foot was completely smashed as well. So he's in Joliet, Illinois when it happened. So thank God. So my brother-in-law, Casey, was the one that drove me down to the hospital. And my sister lived, 15 minutes away. So I could leave Kylie with her during the day while I was at the hospital. But, I mean, he couldn't do anything. He was in a wheelchair. He was loaded up on meds. It was multiple surgeries for 2.5 years because his femur never started to heal. So they had to take that rod out and put a new rod in with a bone stimulator. So when you have these constant surgeries, they're putting you on and off different strength of pain meds for 2.5 years. Well, now you're addicted. So I finding that focus through life to just like take care of everything for that 2.5 years. And then all of a sudden be like, okay, now you have a problem and we need to figure this out. And we were able to do it on our own. Very, very lucky to be like, you're quitting cold turkey and it's going to be brutal. And it was a horrible 2.5 weeks. But literally on the other end of that, all of a sudden it was just like he opened his eyes one day and there was my fun, charismatic husband that I fell in love with instead of this like dull, emotionless blah of a person where I was like, so this is what I'm stuck with for the rest of my life.
Can you imagine if you didn't have the wherewithal to be like,
well, the best thing is that being in the medical field, right? And his orthopedic surgeon was my boss. So I think for a long time he was making my life easier. And then finally I was like, yeah, no, we're done. Like everything is healed as it's going to get. So now he's done. And, yeah. And then just being like, this is going to be brutal and this is going to suck. Yeah. And it's really funny because what he remembers that 2.5 weeks of going clean and my 2.5 weeks, two very different periods of time. Right. So, but yeah, all of a sudden he opened his eyes and I was like, oh my God, you're here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is so great. So
thank God, you guys. That's what makes you stronger.
Yeah. No, that was like our deep valley, and we came out the other end. So then when it came to business, and business would like have its ebbs and flows, I was like, okay, got it. We're
all right,
fine.
You're kidding,
right?
Okay,
we can make more money. I can't make you like a happy human on my own. Yeah,
right.
So
Exactly. No, that's an awesome story.
Okay, mine's a little bit more lighthearted.
Good, we can end on that.
So back to the amazing Netflix series. Nobody Wants This.
Yes.
Okay. So you are Meko. You are in your late 30s. You are swinging single and can't find love. And a beautiful rabbi shows up in your life and just loves you and adores you and makes you a better person. Would you convert?
Yes.
The best is I told my dad, I was like, oh my gosh, like, the Jewish traditions look so much fun and like so much like
I
family.
want to have 8 days of Christmas.
Right?
Yes, I am converting.
And he's like, well, remember, I did 23andMe. You're like 80% Jewish. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I was raised Catholic, but okay. Yeah.
That's so funny. Yes, I would 100%. And I know you would.
anything to make me
happy. In a minute.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I was swinging single in my late 20s.
Yeah.
And yes, if Adam Brody would have approached me and was like,
even
I
with
love
that
you.
horrible chin beard, like neck beard, I will give you the scraggly.
I mean, he
facial
does
hair.
need some like.
You have a beautiful
zhuzh
face.
hair.
You should be clean shaven.
He should be, but like, what is the stuff that Chris puts on his beard to make it like?
Oh, he puts like beard stuff on. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
he needs that.
Yeah,
Adam Brody.
Okay, no, Adam Brody. It was the neck.
It was. The neck.
If you let the neck grow, that just
so
looks
sloppy.
lazy and sloppy.
It's like neck hair,
and
I
he's
can't
so
stand that.
Cute, and he still looked so cute.
He's
with
so
the crazy
adorable.
neck hair,
He's
but
so adorable.
No neck hair.
No neck hair. No neck hair. No throat hair.
No.
Gross. Gross.
No.
Guys, if you're listening, your lady ain't gonna kiss your neck. If
No,
you got hair.
I mean, and listen, my husband has had facial hair.
Yeah, but
Our
he keeps
entire
it nice
relationship. No, and he looks great with the
and
beard.
tight.
He shaved his beard off right after we got married. I don't know
You're like,
why.
grow that shit back.
He just did. He walked out of the bathroom. I laughed in his face for at least 5 minutes. And his youngest brother was in high school, and he was living with us at the time. And I mean, we literally just stared at him and just laughed.
Because it didn't look like him.
It did not look like him. No, he looked like some like nerdy tech dude. Like I was like, who are you? And what did you do with my husband? Like immediately grow that back. And thankfully it does not take long for his hair to grow back.
Right.
But yeah, no, he can't have.
But Adam Brody is adorable. Oh my God. And so cute in this movie.
Yes.
And it's a terrible title, like I said, for the movie. But I loved it.
It was
so much.
so good.
And
there better be a season 2, and it better happen like fast.
Yes.
Because it's like an Emily in Paris. Not like because it's far-fetched, but because it's just feel-good TV.
It is.
It's sweet. And like you can relate to different parts of the story.
Right. And it's what old school like sitcoms used to be.
Yes.
You know, where you just need a release from life.
Yeah.
And you watch it and you're like, oh my God, it's so cute.
Well, and what I loved about it is that they're short episodes. And last weekend, like Chris and I were like doing a bunch of stuff around the house on Saturday. And it was like, I just need to sit down for like 5 seconds. And it was like, let's watch an episode of Nobody Wants This. And like, it will be 30 minutes.
So great.
We can just regroup. And then we ended up watching like 3.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think
so
the
good.
sister and the brother-in-law are going to get together.
I know, but Sasha, I mean, he could be my favorite character of the whole show. And my favorite was when people would be like, I have a secret to tell you. And he'd be like, I'm great. I can't wait to hear it. And you can't tell anybody. And he goes, I'm notoriously not good for keeping secrets, but feel free to tell me everything.
I think we should disclose that with everyone.
Yes. Well,
if you're not a secret keeper.
Right.
I mean,
I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell Chris.
We should be like, you can tell me. I'm gonna tell Katie.
I mean, yeah, I'll take it to the grave, and literally,
and Meko will too.
Yeah, as soon as we hang up, Miko's gonna find out about it.
We'll both take it to the grave. Yeah. Anyway, on that note, we love you. Thank you for listening. Follow us, like us, tell your
All the things.
friends.
Yeah. All right.
Peace.